Part two to what if my hero had Pokemon? So let's get into it. So where I last left off, Deku caught a Froakie. So yeah. So let's pick up from that. So Deku he caught the Froakie. He went to the Pokemon Center because there was one nearby, so he went there to like sleep, I guess, because Pokemon centers have rooms where trainers can sleep in. So yeah. So first he healed up his Pokemon. He healed up his Grovyle and his Froakie, and then he went to sleep. And I'm gonna skip like a couple of days. He's been training with Froakie and Grovyle a lot. So Froakie learned how to use Water Pulse, and I'm gonna say Bubble. So yeah. So yeah, he would learn those two moves. And I'm gonna say that one day he's just walking around town, and then he sees before I continue, in this mega evolution, it is a thing, but it's not gonna be known. Like, it's gonna be brand new. Like, Deku would have mega evolution for a Sceptile, and he's gonna have battle bond with Greninja. So he's gonna have a battle bond and a mega evolution. So like Ash, like when he has Greninja, he has Ash Greninja. Greninja turns into Ash Greninja. So yeah. So it's gonna be like that for Deku with his Greninja. And he's not gonna have a Mega Stone for Sceptile because it's gonna be new. So yeah. It's just gonna be based on their pure bond. So yeah. I just wanted to say that. So he's walking around town, and he stops to see a Pokemon battle between a random boy and a girl with a ponytail with long black hair, and she has the guy has a Rhyhorn, and the girl has a Braixen. So yeah, they're battling it out. Eventually the girl loses, and yeah. The guy says like, your Pokemon's so weak, you couldn't even take down my Pokemon. And then Deku would step in, like, saying like, hey, that's not nice to say that to someone's Pokemon. And the guy would say, oh yeah, like, you think you're stronger than me? Deku would say, yeah, I probably am. And the guy would say, okay, challenge me to a Pokemon battle. And Deku would say, okay. So Deku would get into like the little arena, and the guy would send out his Rhyhorn, and Deku would say, Grovyle, go. And Grovyle would come out. And then the guy would say, Rhyhorn, use Iron Tail or something. He would say like, use Iron Tail. And so then Deku would say, Grovyle, dodge. And then Grovyle dodges, and Deku says, use Bullet Seed. And the Bullet Seed will hit the Rhyhorn, like doing like a critical hit. No, not a critical hit, like just some damage. And then the guy says, Rhyhorn, use Takedown. And then he starts charging at Grovyle. And I must say that Deku, he was too slow. He was too slow to say move. So Grovyle just uses a new move, which is Leaf Storm. So Grovyle uses Leaf Storm, and it would send the what was it, the Rhyhorn up into the air, and with a bunch of leaves hitting it, and he would come back to the ground like knocked out. The guy would say, "Wait, what? How did you beat me with that low evolution Pokemon or whatever?" They're just saying like stuff like that to Deku. Deku's not even paying attention. He's just like thinking like Grovyle like learned a new move, and that was Leaf Storm. That's a pretty powerful move. And then the guy would say, "Rhyhorn, return." He just like walk away, just mad. And then the girl would say like, "Oh, thank you for stepping up for me." Deku would say, "Yeah, no problem." And he would say, "I'm Azuka Midoriya." And the girl would say, "I am Momo Yayurozu." So yeah, this is Momo. Deku would say, "Is your Pokemon okay?" Or no, he would say like, "Is your Braixen okay?" She would say, "Yeah, she just fainted. I'll take her to the Pokemon Center." And Deku would say, "Oh, I'll come along with you. I need to buy stuff. I need stuff anyway." Momo would say, "Okay." Eventually they go to the Pokemon Center. Momo heals up her Braixen. Deku would ask Momo like, "What other Pokemon do you have?" And Momo would say, "I only have one more." And she would show Deku, which is a Baniri. And Deku would say, "Oh, cool, Baniri." And Momo would ask Deku like, "Do you have more Pokemon?" Deku would say, "Yeah, I do." And Froakie would come out. And she would say, "Oh, cool. You have 2 starter Pokemon?" Deku would say, "Yeah. I rescued this Froakie from two bad people." And she would say, "Oh, you must be pretty strong." Deku would say, "I'm not the strongest, but I like to think that I'm pretty strong." So yeah, so Momo and Deku could have the rest of the month like traveling together. So I'm gonna say this is like the first 2 months, so they could have 8 more months traveling together. And I'm gonna just skip it because it's really not that important. So Deku is gonna have 4 Pokemon now. Actually, yeah, he's gonna have 4 Pokemon. I'll think of other ones for the next part. No, actually, he's gonna have 5. I'm gonna say 5. He's gonna have they're gonna be fully evolved. He's gonna have a Sceptile, a Greninja. So Sceptile, Greninja, Lucario, Gallade, and I'm gonna say a Salamence, the dragon Pokemon. So he's gonna have those 5. And Momo, she's gonna have a Delphox. She's gonna have I forgot the name of Baniri's evolution, but she's gonna have that. She's gonna have a Pangoro, that big panda Pokemon, and she's gonna have a Sableye. So she's gonna have 4 Pokemon. And no, almost like she's gonna have a Sylveon, and I'm trying to make Momo like Serena from the XYZ series, and Momo, she is gonna have a crush on Deku. And I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, but Bakugo, I made like Bakugo's a girl in this, and she has a crush on Deku too. So it's gonna be like a love triangle, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna skip. So it's the end of the 10 months. Deku has his 5 Pokemon fully evolved. Mama has her 4 Pokemon fully evolved. Well, I don't know if Sableye has a evolution, but yeah. So it's time for the entrance exam. So for so it's time for the entrance exam. So they go, and then Deku sees a familiar face, and it's Bakugo. And then Deku would run up to her, and he would say, "Kachan, long time no see." And then Bakugo, and since like she does have a crush on him, so she blushes and she says like, "What are you doing here, Deku?" Deku would say like, "Oh, I'm here for the entrance exams." She would say, "You better drop out. You're probably not strong enough." Deku would say, "No, I'm pretty strong. Like, I think I can get it." And she would say, "Oh, whatever." And she would walk away like blush because she really likes Deku. And yeah, Momo would ask like who was that? Like kind of like in a mad way because she got a little jealous, I guess. And Deku would say, "Oh, it's just a childhood friend that." So yeah, it's just a childhood friend. She would say, "Okay." So they go there, and they would do the written test, and it would be just about Pokemon and what are good ways to deal with these types of different types of situations and all that. And then for the time for the other test, instead of a robot test, it's gonna be there's gonna be trainers like teachers or could have Pokemon like there's so they could have to battle the teachers at UA to get in. I must say that Deku he gets with Eraserhead. He go he his he goes up against Eraserhead. Eraserhead. I must say that he has a Luxray just because I like that Pokemon Luxray. It just sounds so cool. So he's gonna have a Luxray. So you'll send Luxray out. Deku would say, "Go Sceptile." Sceptile would come out, and Aizawa would say, "Oh, you have the first move." Deku would say, "Sceptile, use Leaf Blade." So Sceptile uses Leaf Blade. Really, like he's going really fast, and Aizawa says Luxray dodge, but but it still hits Luxray, like on the side of him, like when he was dodging to the side, it skimmed him, so it kind of hurt him. And Aizawa would say, use Thunder Fang, and it would. And then Deku would say, Sceptile, use Leaf Storm. Sceptile would use Leaf Storm, would send the Luxray flying into the air. And then Luxray would get up. And Aizawa would say, use Swift. Deku would say, use Dragon Pulse. And yeah, they would collide. So and then Aizawa would say, Luxray, use Discharge. and Luxray would use Discharge. It would hit Sceptile, and hold on. Sorry about that. I had to go get food. Like I had to eat at a restaurant, so that took forever. So yeah, but I'm back. So let's get back into it. So where I left off, I think it was like when Deku was fighting Aizawa. So I remember now. Luxray used Discharge, and it hit Sceptile, and Deku would say, Sceptile, use Dragon Pulse, and Sceptile used Dragon Pulse. It would hit Luxray, knocking it out, and then as I would say, Luxray return. Aizawa would say, "Nice job, kid. You'll get your results in a week." And Deku would say, "Thank you so much," and he would walk off. He would meet up with Momo again, and I would say that Deku would come back home on the same day, and Momo would come with him. So yeah, Deku would come home. His mom would be happy that he's okay and everything. And Deku he has grown a lot taller. He is like 5'9", so he's like about the same size of his Sceptile. So yeah. And then Deku's mom sees Momo, and she's saying, "Oh, who's this young lady?" And Momo would introduce herself by saying, "I'm Momo Yayorozu." And Deku's mom would just tease Deku and Momo about being a couple. Deku would say, "Mom, stop, you're embarrassing me." And then Momo would just blush and all that. So Momo would say, well, she would leave because she wants to see her family again. So yeah, I would say that the next day they would spend the week training together, and yeah, I think I gave Deku a Salamence. Yeah, I think I did. So he'd be training with his Salamence because so far it's his weakest Pokemon. So he's been training with that, and training with Salamence. So yeah. Then Salamence would his moves would be Dragon Tail, Dragon Rush, Dragon Pulse, and what other dragon move? And I would say I don't know. Dragon Claw. Yeah, Dragon Claw. I don't even know if he can learn it, but I'm making him learn it. So he knows 4 dragon type moves. He learned Dragon Rush, which is a pretty big attack. It's a pretty good attack, but it hurt. Salamence hurts himself. So yeah. Then the week goes by. Deku gets his acceptance letter to UA. So yeah. So it would be All Might, and he would tell him that he did really good during the test, and he's in class 1A, and yeah. So it'll be the next day. Deku would meet up with Momo, and they would be walking together to UA. Actually, no. scratch that. Deku would, like, he would be early, like, no, he would be walking with Momo just really early. Like, the time she got into the school in Canon, so, like, really early. So, yeah. So, they're in the class. It's just them two. So, they're just talking, and then eventually everyone starts coming in. Todoroki, Iya, and Bakugo, and the rest. And I must say that when Bakugo, when she comes in, she sees Deku and Momo talking and just laughing. And then she just gets jealous and mad. So she just like angrily walks over there. And she grabs Deku by the shirt and says, like, "What are you doing here, Deku?" And like, why are you talking to this girl? And Deku say like, "Oh, she's my friend. She's my friend. Don't hurt me." And then Bakugo realizes that she is so close to Deku that she just starts blushing really hard. And Deku would notice it, and he would say like, "Are you okay?" And Bakugo would say, "Yeah, I'm fine. Like, I don't need a nerd or a worthless person worry about me." And then Aizawa would come in, and yeah. Okay, so instead of the quirk assessment test, they're gonna fight each other in Pokemon battles. So yeah, that would be the test, I guess. It would be Deku versus Bakugo. So them two. So yeah, that would be the first battle. So Deku would step into the stage or battle arena, I don't know. The battlefield? Yeah. I think that's what it's called, the battlefield, I don't know. And Bakugo would say like, "I'm gonna beat you, Deku." And Deku would say, "Oh, I think like I might win because I'm pretty strong." And yeah. And she just gets mad and she would say, "Go, Typhlosion." Okay, so she would say, "Go, Typhlosion." Her Typhlosion would come out. Everyone's impressed, like, "Oh, that's a really rare Pokemon, a Typhlosion." Deku would say, "So, you're using your starter. Then I'll use mine. Sceptile, I choose you." And then Sceptile would come out. And everyone's impressed too about Deku, like Sceptile, because both of them are really rare Pokemon. So yeah. So Bakugo would get the first move, and she would say, Typhlosion, use Flamethrower. And the Typhlosion would use Flamethrower. Deku would say, Sceptile, use Dragon Pulse. Sceptile would use Dragon Pulse. They would collide, make an explosion. Bakugo would say, use Fire Fang. Deku would say, dodge, and then use Leaf Blade. So Sceptile dodges, and then hits the Typhlosion with a Leaf Blade. And Bakugo would say, that's not enough to take my Pokemon down. And then Bakugo would say, use Flame Wheel. And it would use Flame Wheel. It would hit Sceptile, but not enough to knock it out. Sceptile would get up. Deku would say, "Are you okay?" Sceptile would say, he would nod. And Deku would say, "Use Leaf Storm." And Sceptile would use Leaf Storm. It would hit Typhlosion, and it would send him flying into the air and back down. And then Bakugo says, get up, Typhlosion. And then Bakugo would say, use another Fire Fang. Deku would say, Dragon Claw. Sceptile would charge at Typhlosion and like making a cross with his arms, like with his Dragon Claw. So Sceptile would attack Typhlosion, making a cross with his Dragon Claw attack, and knocking out the Bakugo's Typhlosion. And then, as I would say, the battle's over. Midoriya wins. And then Bakugo is she's angry. But then she sees Deku like so happy, and he's like he's cheering his Sceptile on, like, oh yes, you did amazing, all that. And then she just feels happy because the one she likes is happy right now. So yeah, I'm gonna end it off here. I hope you guys liked it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.